portal. And hey, Hayes, how's it going? Quack. There's about 2 minutes of ads left. After that, I will continue. I think I have a job right now already. Yes. I just about left Switzerland and we are going over here to Liège. Trying to get in some distance because there is an achievement where you need to drive 1,000 kilometers per truck brand for I think like 5 truck brands. So trying to get that in. 2 are already down. This is the third brand, so fun times ahead. And originally I planned to stream Satisfactory, but work was so draining today, so a little bit of easy trucking it is today. Even if I will regret it because I don't have that much time, or I don't have that much time to do the Fixmas event, and they do plan to make quite a large factory, so we will see how I'm able to actually handle it all. But yeah, that's the worry for future Bender. And we will be just about done. So, what did I just click? Wrong one. How about no? Wait. I did see one that I could do to get in some extra route. That will do. All right. Chat is back, so let's go back to driving. Game. Controls. Okay. There we go. There we go. That's better. And why shouldn't I use the speedometer? And cruise control. But what a day. Finding some issues in plans we made, trying to fix fixes everything before it will be a problem of plants being built. Just one hiccup after another today. So let's try our best to not crash and just enjoy the ride. Basically just a used truck that I bought for cheap, so I can get through the achievement faster. I know I will have to make at least one more delivery like this, distance-wise, to get enough of the kilometers. So yeah. We reached it while going downhill. The moment it goes back up, it's just no, can't do it. Please. Let's see if we could hit 130. Likely we will. Way around the crash side. Or well, not. Well, technically not. It seems to be fine, so let's not worry too much about it. Yeah, 130 is definitely a stretch in this truck. To think with the regular I usually drive, I easily go with 150. I see there's a toll up ahead. We do need to slow down quite a bit. Like there. Oh, now the helicopter is showing up. Alright, let's see. Go into the shoulder lane and then we slowly drive through this. Doesn't matter that the helicopter blades are hitting our truck, they are fake, nothing is wrong. Just like that, we were able to pass. Would have been one hell of a detour otherwise, I think, if it's even possible. And if I see this right, we not yet have this resting stop, so let's pick that up onto the yellow. There we go. down. That hitbox seems legit. Yeah. I mean, nothing like a rotor going through your skull without actually going through your skull. And just like that, there's traffic again, despite technically no way possible to actually have traffic here right now, because we did pass the helicopter. But hey, who am I to ask? Maybe they did the same thing I did. By the way, how has your start in the week been? Hope you're doing better than I. That did at 130 being the max. So far okay, that's lovely to hear. Let's see, going straight. Yeah. And since I'm now in the Mercedes, I don't need to use the turn signal, because have you ever seen one do? I know, bad habit. Before we are able to get speed, we already have to stop for freaking tolls again. Let's see, about here, yeah. It's roughly 45 you can have on the speedometer to pass through without issues. If you brake too hard, you have to start again. If you don't brake hard enough, you will be braked by hitting the barrier that's stronger than a truck, which is kinda odd. We will be going off. And off here as well. Not too sharp on turn, so let's take it nice and easy. Let's take this side as well. That's a sharp corner. I don't like that. Should be fine though. We're in Luxembourg, where for some reason the highways have way sharper curves than anything else. Like, come on, guys. Trying to speed here. change lanes or not? Yes. And just like that, we reach Belgium. Everything's fine, nothing happened. Truck is fine, cargo is fine, everything is fine. That was just a soft kiss of colors. Up there we go off the road, so we get a bunch more gray to yellow, so might as well. It even is signaled, so I really think I should challenge myself to be using the signs more instead of the navigation. Oh. I still haven't figured out if there is a tracking software for my camera. Probably is. Question is, would it work for the Linux Mint? But that's just the thing that I'll have to figure out. Probably is. And there come the stutters. Oh, really? A barrier? Or a train? Out there, the train has right of passage. And it's even a cargo train, so in other words, it takes my jobs. Not that I could do all jobs at once anyway, but hey. Oh. Slow and steady. Well, at least I don't have to worry about speeding through these sharp curves. On the other hand, we are speeding now, so... technically speaking, that was a rite of passage one. Because there weren't any signals on the ground or on the side. So technically I took rite of passage. Then. Ooh, that was uncomfortable. Slow down. Well, at least the car was not damaged. How bad is it in terms? Oh well. We were here and got jumped here, so could be worse. At least we are getting this recruitment center as well. So could be worse. Still, I don't get why the AI insists in ramming me when I'm clearly already in the middle of the road. It's like, come on. Yesterday, when I was playing offline, I had one that was also so dumb. I was on the what's it called? Not the freeway. In German, it's called Autostraße. It's like outside of towns where you have 80 kph speed limit, and it was one lane, and I had one lane merging in, and I was on the same height as the other truck, and it decided to just keep on driving like it has no other way to do, and just smashed into my side. I was like, come on, game. There's clearly a way on how you merge on such lanes, and that ain't it. Really pissed me off. Especially because the damage that I sustained was basically 100% immediately. Luckily, I had an autosave like a minute or so earlier, and I then choose to jump back because ain't no way I'm going to suffer from that. We're going to go straight. Might as well get in some extra yellow stuffs. I think I'm far enough for the truck to actually stand. I can't move any further. Now I can. seems like I'm losing the entirety of my internet connection. Strange. Very strange. Let's see. To enter here. I think. No. No, we don't. Sorry. Sorry. My bad. We need to enter up here. There we go. Now let's see. 40. Well, I could do that. Too much. That's not good. About there. Alright, now. There we go. We're doing it. There we go. Excellent. That's what I love to see. Turn company up towards Frankfurt. It's 251. Bunch of distance, but soon makes barely money. Let's do this one then. This here. Yep. Get up. And off we go. Let's go this way. And then exactly like that. This way we are able to explore the garage space and the remaining roads. Come on. Explore it. Right hand side. Very sharp turn, like it's not even reasonable. All the way. Nothing happened. Breaking cars, man. Cargo is fine, so that's all I care about. As long as the truck stays reasonably undamaged, I'm happy. I will need another delivery after this one, so something in the ballpark of 300 kilometers will do well, and then I should get the a 3 out of 5 achievement part. If that's the case, we can start looking for the next truck to buy. Barely has enough power to drive up this hill. Depending on how we look money-wise, I might upgrade this truck before I put it away. On the other hand, it doesn't really matter for the driver, so who knows? Income 16k from Alvin. Thanks, Alvin. Will go all the way to the right lane because ain't nobody in the way. Good control at 130 and then we can lay back a bit. Our posture check. Not trust this bus. More than once a bus decided to just pull out in the most random moment ever. So let's up the cruise control to 135. German Autobahn. It's amazing. You can just go pedal to the metal and full speed ahead and it's smooth riding. We keep towards front. We hit 1-4. Somehow doubt it, but perfect run. It's going uphill, we're losing speed. who's texting me? Oh, that's an important one. I mean, if you want to, then sure, go ahead. Why should I bother to write something when I have others to write for? I will be the trainer for the swimming club tomorrow, and I'm jumping in a bit unplanned, so there is that, but it's not too bad, and if the other one who was supposed to take over will do all the texting and communication, then I'm fine and dandy. No need to bother myself. I hope it's the Beyonce who texts about it. Oh well. The other one that would be fitting is while so then a while with almost 1:30 on the clock. We want to go off. Let's keep the speed. Alright, with that we'll need to add some brakes to lose it. Smooth. I like it. All we need to do is park this, and then we need to get one more trip. That would be the goal. Just one more, and we have three. And preferably without driving around a lot, so we'll see how willing gods are in terms of us getting a good mid-distance-ish job, low-distance-ish job. Go. Let's see, where do we park? Yeah, I can do that. Break this one out. Let's keep it straight as. Go. What's there? Unhook. Current offers to Cambridge. That would pay quite well, though the land distance is quite a bit. Innsbruck. still pays well, and distance-wise, it would be pretty neat. Barcelona's just stupid. I guess we're doing Innsbruck. This one right here.
I_am_muffinator just redeemed hydrate.
Hey, Muffinator, thanks for the hydrate. I hope you're hydrating as well. Not just hydrating me. How's it going? Hope your week is starting out well. Hold on. Yeah. Always these things. It's going good now. That's lovely to hear. A bit of a strange start in this week myself, but hey, we're trucking, enjoying a good time, so can only get better. And I barely have crashed this truck so far, so. Yeah, shut up. Straight and then this should do fine. Having a good time. Always appreciate it. Glad you're having a good time. I'm glad that I put out the fines because the amount of red lights I'm driving is not okay. I mean, legally speaking, it's not okay. What's the clapping for? Why are we clapping? Usually I'm clapping myself. Ha ha ha. Oh, Jesus Christ. Munich, I think that's a good place to aim at for now. Let's see how little I can look at the clapping cheeks. Yes. Clap them cheeks. Oh, that was the wrong button. That's also the wrong button. There. let's see how little we can go on that. I mean, might as well put on the headlights. Not like there is much of traffic right now. On the other hand, it's like there's an arrow watch somewhere in this dashboard. Apparently not. Maybe you can switch around the dashboard with I. I think there is a watch somewhere. Tells you what time it is. Huh. Switch lanes so we don't crash into this truck and car. Let's see. Shoulder lane is the lane as well, am I right? Now you're just making fun of me with that ass shaking. By the way, whose ass is that is shaking there? Because it's definitely big, yeah, with 3 C's at least. What do we have? Next time you say something like that pi equals 3. On the other hand, if you do say pi equals 3, I know you're an engineer. On the other hand, if you say pi is something to eat, then I know you're a cook. All the things one can learn about how some words get interpreted. We are about to hit ad break. I doubt I'll be able to hit the resting stop on time. So I might do just the usual fast game. Enjoy the call. Don't do anything I would do. Wait, don't do anything I would do because that usually won't end well for me. Let's see. Too slow, Mr. Car. Munich. That's probably a good place to go. Are trying to hit Innsbruck. Shoulder lane. And ads are running and there's no place I can stop inside, so boop. Boop. No, no, there. No, there. Boop. Ads in progress. Let's do some stretching. After all, we have 3 minutes to relax. I have to say, playing with Pyro is fun on Saturdays, but it's also much more draining because you don't get your breaks in between. These ad breaks are a godsend to just break, stand up, let the blood flow through you again, and then go back much more refreshed. Also, gives me time to drink some more water. After all, hydration is important. But yeah, here in the achievements list, we can see where is it? There, the test driver limited. Drive 999 kilometers during jobs with each of at least 5 truck brands. Only your owned trucks count. We have 2 out of 5. That's the Iveco and the Volvo. Now we're working on the Benz. And if I do this right, I might get a new truck afterwards. Will be interesting to see what the used truck dealer has in the options in terms of different brands. I'm hoping either for a MAN or a Renault, because I kind of want to avoid a DAF, and the Scania would be nice, but it's like boring somewhat. Especially since in my Saturday save where I play with Pyro, I already drive a Scania. But we will see what we can get our hands on. Our grubby little fingers. Alright, ads are over. So let's get back into driver mode. And keep on driving. Actually, I have no clue how fast I actually drive. Just the indicator is now away. But I guess I'll notice when I hit the maximum of the cruise control when it starts to slow down. There we go. We're even exploring new roads right now. Love to see that. I mean, my goal is to explore as much of the roads as possible over time, but I don't think I will ever hit 100%. So, on the other hand, I have played this game too much. I did get it very early on, but then for the longest time didn't really play. Again, so one of the big things that stopped me from playing much in the beginning was that I did not have a wheel. The controller was, well, kind of shit. smart to drive off to get the fueling station, but hey. Guess we'll try to get the next ones. At least have a 140, so pretty good average speed. I wager. Crazy how the speed breaks down the moment you go uphill. Pass time. Yes, yes you are. I think that's in the game now. Yeah, that's in the game. Oh, we want to get off here. Almost missed the exit. It's- Let's try our best to not crash, so let's bleed off some speed. Gain some soon enough again here. Innsbruck. Now it's on the signal, so here on out it will be rather easy to find my way. What's the other one? Ah, Salzburg. So both Austria. Why did I see two white things? Correct, while we explore this part. It's a bit of in the moment of the spur of choice to do that one. Well, Italy, I think, is next to it. Which would make sense because you can quite easily pass through Austria to Italy. I think it's the Brenda that goes to Italy, but I could be mistaken. It's been ages since I last was in Austria. Both in real life and in the game. Past few days I've mainly been driving around in the Nordic Horizons because new DLC and such. Car. Please, for the love of God. nuked you freaking. That was. Of course. I already have best viewer. Why it didn't auto-moderate that I would not understand. I have a mod, auto-mod, banning these exact words. Lanes. Oh. Where would this go? That would be a nice one to do at some point, but for now we just go to Innsbruck. Let's do something like this instead. We explore some more gray area. It's not like we would be running out of time anytime soon. About something. What if I would ignore that? Game, what are you going to do if I ignore you? Ah. Not like you could find me because I turned them off. Don't do this in real life. Really would give you high amounts of tickets. Highly costing tickets. Yo. Let's see. Just entered Innsbruck. Up ahead is a signal that's switching to green for me, but not in a way that I could just speed through anyway, so let's try and not do that. You know what? Go straight ahead, turn the roundabout, go back out, and then we go the other way. Let's do this. There. There. Now we go here. This, highly illegal. again. Who am I to judge? There's one basically directly going from piss off. You hear me? Just piss off. Well, no damage on the cargo, so at least that. And do the roundabout. Second one. And then afterwards we should have the achievement moved forward. I will have to take a look and see if it actually registered. If not, I don't know. I likely will be mad or something like that. Let's try and not correct. I look like I could actually see more with my hands. It's not like moving my head down will allow me to look around the corner a bit better. Such a clear sign of me driving quite a lot. At least used to drive quite a lot. Go and in here. Park. Do I feel like this? No, I don't feel like this. Oop, too fast. There we go. And there we have it. Test driver limited 3 out of 5. And we even get a new rank. So this truck needs repairs, which means we go here. And then I need a new truck. So we have about 100 grand. You know what? Let's first head up to the used truck dealer and see if he would have a Renault or a Scania. I think I'll take the Renault because it's quite cheap actually. I think this garage, yes. Here I have space for one more truck, so I can put this one here. Then we drive over to the what's it called? Names. Why am I blanking? We drive drive over to the repair center. picks up this truck and over to a hired driver, and then are off to the races with the other one. And once we have 4 out of 5 trucks, I will have to figure out where I'm putting that 5th truck, because I am officially running out of possible trucks. Should be. Highly questionable, this move. Even in the best of circumstances. Go. Yep. Enter. Maintenance. Service recommendation. Firm. How are we looking? The rest should be alright. Condition is about 5-star, which is great. Upgrade wise, it has the weakest engine. So if I do add a mid-range engine and the mid-range gearing, how about something like this? And let's do this chassis into this one. Basically everything will downgrade the normal cargo. Let's do this. I think that's a fair one. This one's quite short. And this one does add in, keeps the maneuverability high, so the big one that this one will reduce is normal cargo, but still a good mix, I'd say. And holy shit, 120 grand. I can't. Well, see order. We don't need. I want clear order. Yes. Let's do it like this. Put in the better engine. You know what? Let's go with the 375 will do it nicely. And let's add in the 16 speed. Yeah. This one? This one? This one? Let's do this one. power shift to 12 speed. Retarder. I think that will pair way better. And then we spend about 50 grand. That seems better. Now, let's go to truck manager. This Renault, we say drive it. Are you sure you want to reassign your Mercedes-Benz new actors stream space to Yassi? I don't know. And drive a Renault Maximum Excellent? Yes. And now we are back at Zurich, so yes. I mean, the truck will drive, it's not going to be big of an issue, and we, instead of spending a bunch of money in restoring it right now, we just get in some extra money by driving it before we restore it. And then home, company, no, recruitment agency, hire a driver. Preferably one that's, this one's quite cheap. Hire here on this truck. This one's my regular truck, which we will probably start using again after I get the 999 case in on the current one, and then we first need to buy another garage. Driver manager. I think they are all still. What are you training? Long distance? You will go and do high value now. Same review, high value. There. The new setup on how you train your drivers is so dumb. I do not like it. The old one was easier because it was just in here. You could just switch between the different skill sets, which made it way easier. You could have them focus on whatever and no issues at all. And now it's like you have to switch to the driver, go in the menu, look at what they're at, and if it's not what you want, you have to change it, and if it's what you want, you don't change it. And it's just so annoying. I feel like they added extra steps for no reason. So, my one is good. What are you training? Pressure? You don't need pressure. Too high value. What about you? High value? Yeah, that's good. What about you? You're ADR, right? Yes, ADR. I feel like this one has been on ADR forever. Is the truck so bad or what? What are you training? ADR as well? What about you? Just in time. What are you training? Fragile cargo, that's good. And this last one, ADR. Yes, it looks right from when you have it unlocked. It has advantages that I already have everything set up. 425, 870. And yet I still make an average net negative. Mainly because I drive like a maniac and spend a lot of money being myself. If you look at the log, I do make a bunch of deliveries all the time. Most of them even end up being a positive rating. Damaged. Still made 4 XP piece despite it being damaged. Okay. Excellent. And there's good work. Reasonable. Reckless. Satisfactory. Satisfactory is a huge amount. Tolerable. They'll still give you something, but the moment you hit reckless or damaged, it's late is also a handful. Haven't been late in a while though, day 44, and now we're on day 110, so not too shabby. Anyway, World map. Let's go here. Haven't gotten something from here yet, so let's drive out there, pick something up, and then see where we go. Whoop, wrong direction. F4. 1, 2. Up the FOV to about 80. That's better. Turn on the lights? No. Now they. Let's not go too crazy yet. Let's see. That's such a Swiss way of portraying a Schrebergarten or a communal garden with some non-Swiss flags. Because interestingly enough, Swiss are not that big on gardening. If they are, they have their own house with a garden and don't usually go to a communal place like that. The Renaults having the mirror to look downwards in front of you being here in the middle is such a smart idea. Means you can actually see it in a normal playthrough and viewing place. And the fact that I just had a vehicle malfunction without it being damaged just goes to show how used this truck already is. They definitely have to upgrade it. Jesus Christ! Freaking retard. Funny enough, in Zurich, where we are right now, the fire trucks aren't actually red, but yellow. Or a yellowish green or a greenish yellow. Really not realistic what they're doing here. Hey zombie, how's it going? Hope you do have a lovely start to the new week. Yeah, I know. It's a strange day for me to be streaming. Just back from IRL driving school. For a car, not a truck. Boring. But you're not allowed to drive yet? That sucks. Is it at least easy to drive already, or are you still in the beginning phase where everything just is way too fast? Second fury power. I see. Still a while till I get to be a maniac. Don't. I'm telling you, don't. I mean, Germany is rather loosey-goosey with the enforcement of their fines. On the other hand, they do look rather surprised when you pay the fine immediately. I remember once on the German Autobahn, I managed to get myself a fine of like 40 euros. I was like, can I pay it right now? And the cop really didn't understand it. I was able to pay it right then and there. And the issue was I only had a 50 euro bill and he couldn't exchange 10, so I said, just keep the rest of it. Here's the bank and the address, you can send the rest if you don't want to have it. We want to go for Italy though. Let's do high voltage cables. Pays the best, gives a good distance. Well, it depends. They really like to enforce the speeding and phones because money, I guess. Yeah, that's true. Oh, and parking. They love parking. You know, my issue is that fines in Germany are like pocket change, in my opinion. Because I have seen what Swiss fines can be, and then you're like, yeah, we're not going to commit any crimes. Because driving just 1 or 2 over the speed limit is already more money than you pay for like 5 or 10 over the speed limit. Which is really funny. For parking has a QR code, you can scan a big pay now button, but no option to counter, you have to call for that. I see. That kind of blows. If you have to call to counter their fine for whatever reason. On the other hand, if you're a Swiss and you don't pay, there's not much they can actually do to you. Because the Swiss aren't too keen on enforcing those fines onto the Swiss people, or in Switzerland living people. I don't know why. It seems kind of stupid, but I to judge? That, on the other hand, is an accurate representation of a trap. Oh, now I get where we're supposed to be. This is Oerlikon. Northern part of Zurich, it's somewhat on the outside. Do have to go over a hill to reach it. But it's a neat little detail. I like that. That just brought a smile to my face. Not sure if there's a fueling station like that, but hey. Yeah, we're not going towards Winterthur. Well, from my co-worker, the reason was parking in a no parking. But with a construction vehicle is... Wait, what? Okay, I need... Hold on. Parking with a no... Parking in a no parking, but with a construction vehicles free. They also have a photo of the page, and even a blind man could see the construction van with ads right in front of the construction vehicles free sign. All in the photo. Yeah, that seems about right for the people who hand out the parking fines, because those aren't as smart as the bulbs on the cake. Usually. At least those who I have met so far were the smartest bulbs on in the crown. So yeah. Comprehension of a goose. I'd say the goose has better reading comprehension. Because geese are fucking smart. Unless you mean a Top Gun goose who's dead. Oh, wait. Spoiler. Baron Basel, that's about right. How realistic is Zurich? Well, the parts they model it off of are quite well. Size-wise, it's like all over the place. But other than that, I can't complain too much. There's one thing though. There's not enough traffic. If you drive in Zurich, you will damn the gods because of the amount of traffic that's going around there. It's not even funny how much there is. Got some complaints about Stuttgart. I mean, I do have some complaints, but overall I'd say it's fine. In the limits of the game. Would I love more details? Yeah. Are they reasonable to add? More or less? Probably not. Might not crash. The interchange in Stuttgart. Okay, that's a fair complaint. Interchanges seem rather important part But I'd say they nailed the field of Zurich quite well. Not want to go towards Interlaken too. I think. Hold on. If we do, we would do this route of Bern. I mean, I could, I do have the time, and it would allow me to do this and this, which should allow me to discover this truck dealer and maybe this here. Probably not the recruitment center, but it's alright. So, straight ahead it is. Also gives us slightly more distance, which means we can go with a slower job afterwards. And if we're very lucky, I managed the 2 jobs and actually have 4 out of 5 trucks. There's a boat to be made. Of what is it? Photo mode. Seems kinda lopsided. Centrum Power Clay. Seriously? This is what you're wanting me to photograph in ETS2 for Bern? I mean, sure, but I think there would be better things to photograph. Man, truck deal. Oh man. Oh, rather speedy here. Let's slow down quite a bit. Won't end well otherwise. But yeah, any other complaints about Stuttgart, or is it well enough for the rest? By the way, chat, we'll have ads in about a minute, just letting you know. Side and put it in the wrong spot. That's hilarious. That's hilarious. And we have it. This one. Oh. Chat, stretching. drinking some water, making sure you're hydrated. All right. But then maybe it's another site, except IRL it has the river there. I mean, does it matter? As long as there's construction in the way, it's already perfectly accurate for Germany. Because usually they put the construction sites exactly where you want to drive. Wait. It's a 9:15 already. So likely won't be able to do 2 jobs. No, we might have to delay that till Wednesday because tomorrow I have training with the swimming club and definitely won't be streaming. But then it could still be pre-rebuilt. Who knows? Who knows? Doesn't the SCS have an email somewhere you could text? Send them an email with your complaint and ask what they were thinking. I'm sure that will go over well. Imagine driving under the speed limit. That almost went bad. Then already read that one. Let's put speed limit to 135. I'll let this one probably reach that. This gets more grays to yellows. There's no built-in GPS with this trucks. I mean, I guess I could use Try and explore some more. Why are you guys so slow? It's not going uphill that much yet. Oh, fucking vehicle malfunction. Because of course I would get one in the middle of the road when it's going uphill. We don't have US, please where it is. Days left. What do you mean square cities? I mean, I know that the British and the American forces did make Germany rather flat. Which, interestingly enough, was considered a war crime, despite technically being a war crime by specifically targeting civilian areas during a time when this was already a let's not do that kind of thing. I see. I assume they did end up non-existence around 1943, 1944. Let's see. Virginia. So let's do this. Drive like me or AI truck. Can be smart to actually keep driving straight. I mean, I don't, but it's because I want to make these gray roads yellow. Do you have the same kind of map marking as I do in your AI truck? Fraud. Cool. Yuck. I mean, they do, or they choose to deliver something to France again, it's still yuck. Now let's see. I'm not a car, I'm a truck, so I'm like we'll have to go all the way to the truck side there. Do have to brake. For some reason, the French enforced the border. Did you forget? France equals forget plate. I will not shove baguette up my ass. Also, I will not shove it up your ass either, so. Bad enough that it's France. Does it have rain now? Seriously? know it though. After all, France is still pretty big on the whole EU thing. At least, so overall, they're still quite big on it. Not sure that's a good thing, because the older your population gets, the less people actually work underneath, the lower the rent will end up being without creating a shitload of debt. Unless that's the goal. Internal indebtment of our children. I don't know. I'd much rather work till I'm 70 than have my children pay a shitload of my accrued, what's it called, debt. Because I insist on being retired at 65. I've already installed that properly, just Note to self. This truck has 0 grip when it's wet. How's the cargo? How's the vehicle? Here. No, cargo is still fine. See, when it comes to the retirement age, I think we need to change the concept of it completely and not use a one-size-fits-all solution. Because someone like you who works in construction outside all day, every day, summer, winter, rain, sunshine, no matter what, has a very different how do I say that, usage of their body compared to someone like me who sits in the office all day. So why not set retirement age for construction workers at like 55, and for like office bros like myself, or like every HR person ever, to like 70. That way you do balance out the scale for how much your body is being used during work. Because yes, mentally is also a thing, but I think we can push the mental no longer than the physical, especially when it comes to things like construction. Jesus Christ. 0 stability at higher speeds with this truck. Loan installment? How dare they take money? Over 50 years. There's no human body that can actually do that. I'm sure somewhere there's one human body that could actually do that. Just out of spite or something like that. For the love of God, drive! Damn, don't have an air horn. But yeah, it does not make sense to have construction workers go forever and office drones like not, so. Exactly, and if you say, oh, I'd rather switch to another field later on and switch from the construction side to the office, I think there should be some way of mixing and matching the years worked on construction that then allows you to retire earlier than if you had worked in the office all the time. Something like that would be fair, at least in my opinion. But I am not a politician. Just about. On the other hand, I'm really glad I'm not a politician. Could you imagine? There would be wars. Now we don't go towards Paris because Paris is even more of a shithole. Now we actually have to drive the speed limit because the truck in front of us makes us do. I mean, I could try to take it here on the inside of the lanes. And sticks the landing. Oops. Nah, hitting it with the trailer doesn't count. Usually get penalties because most can't work besides past 60. Yeah, that's a huge thing. Early retirement at 60 because they simply can't handle it anymore to work longer. Even if they can, old people just can't, for example, lift as well or move as quickly as sometimes need. Yeah. They do have a huge amount of knowledge that you can profit from, but they can't reasonably do the work anymore just because of age. And it's sad that we don't treat them with the respect they deserve for that. It is a miserable job, not long enough after all. Not this one. Now. Oh. What a strange way to build an intersection. Issue is that I do need another one of this stretch about 400 kilometers. That is another quite long stretch. Be at least half an hour or more. Probably more like 45 minutes. Even at my stupid speeds. So likely we will have something for Wednesday if I do stream again then. Unless technically I should play Satisfactory going to arrange the stuff, or have some ideas on how I want to arrange the stuff, and that will definitely need some brain power on making it working, bringing it to work the way I hope I can. For example, there are like 20 refineries that I need for the copper to make enough copper production from the ore that's there, so I don't have to import from some stupid far away. And I've been thinking it would be fun if the power plant to fuel that copper farm or that copper plant would be included into the building, and so I have some ideas on how I'm going to do that, but on the other hand I have zero clue, so it's the reason why I didn't play it today, because my brain was already too fried to actually think about that, and then I thought, why not just play some ETS instead. Allows me to just turn off the brain and go. Also this week I do need to make a test stream on my notebook to see how that works. It'd be fun streaming over Wi-Fi on an unpowered machine. Yay me. I'm sure it will work, but the question is how shit on quality. I will have to upload the vlog separately, or the VOD separately. So after the stream I have to go to Twitch, say download the VOD and then put it up on YouTube, because right now I am streaming on YouTube. So if you ever miss anything and would like to see what kind of shenanigans I was up to, you can always go to my YouTube and watch it there. Is that smart what I'm doing now? Not really. There. Okay, would have been semi-smart, but I didn't know. I still need to finish the video, or the start of the video series for my structural engineering analysis in Satisfactory. So much to do, so little time. Are heading towards Marseille right now, so Tommy, do you know if I replace the parts of the truck, will the usage go down? Let's do this. You know what? Let's not do this. I can't go there after the fact if I want. Otherwise, so if I upgrade them, the usage hang on that. I mean, I likely would upgrade it because right now the truck is kind of shit. Might as well invest a little bit. I still have like 80 grand lying around. Probably more like 90 to 100 once this job is handed in. Unless I really fuck it up now, the last leg. Save ecstasy. This is my regular Euro Truck Sim, no modded. I play by myself or in convoys with friends who don't use mod save. Go, go! Oh. You're late, you know that, right? I expected you like 2 hours ago. Going out now, so we'll be leaving the stream open here. Alrighty. I guess I'll move over to streaming a little bit longer so you can collect some of those delicious cheesy breads. Lots nowadays. I just got no time to mess for hours with them anymore. I do mods on specific games. For example, when I play any of the Elder Scrolls games, I still do mods, even on the Penguin. It's a pain in the rear at times, but in my opinion, it's still worth it. But in Euro Truck Sim, I'm like, I don't really feel like doing it with mods. I mean, they're easy enough to install, but most aren't like game-changing in a way that I would say is worth the hassle of installing them. And I'm not even sure if you still are able to collect the achievements when you have mods activated. I will see you later. Hope this stream a bit longer so I can get some cheese right. Yeah, I will. Since you did show up, I can't just stop now. It would be kind of unfair for me. Alright, let's see. Where? Nah, I don't feel that. Alright, I'll go enjoy your stream. Cute, but I will see you later. Just pick a short mission to fuck you. Let's see. How about a short mission of 39 tons to Munich? For something in 400k range. I mean, this is one that's easily cheesable. This would be so easy to cheese right now. It's like, drive out here, tick, tick. Oh man. You know what? Screw it. Doing it. Stupid. We're doing it. Maybe on the island we get a bit more luck with a 300 something. I'd like to stop there. And then we go there. And then we go... then we go there, go back out, and hope that we get something better somewhere here. And there's loads of things to choose from. Is it cheesy? Yes. Is it in the spirit of what I'm trying to do right now? No. Will I do it anyway? Of course, because why not? It's East 15K. No one's playing No Man's Sky. Well. Does ferry distance count towards the thing I'm trying to do right now? It would be hilarious. I don't think it does, but it would be hilarious. Wait, what? Where do I need to? Yeah. I do want to explore these places, so... Oh, that's why it's 1 and then 2. Make this one the 1 and then this one down here the 2. No, help at all. Doesn't help at all. Oh well. Guess we drive not by GPS but by knowing where to go. I'll be driving across Spain is Spain with a silent S. I did go there. Ultimate dad joke. And there's another man truck dealer. You freaking retard almost hit me. Yeah. Because maintenance-wise, if you go in recommended services, you replace like the chassis. So why not instead do this and then do a this one or this one? Tag lift, middle lift. Let's do this one. Engine. Huh. You can choose between shit, still shit, and still shit. gearing, it wouldn't be that bad actually. 51? That seems good. What I would like to try though is a metallic paint job. Apply preset color. Apply preset color. Apply preset color. So it's a fully custom metal paint job. Confirm order. Yes! Finally it accepted it. Another achievement. Ooh, man. Man, at least. Helps out at 650. True. So I very likely will get myself a man truck as the last one to drive around. It's up to a 3-star now, so we likely will have to replace the cabin to actually get it to a reasonable, and the gear to get it to a good amount of stars, but that's a shitload of money right now that I don't want to spend yet, since I still will be driving this for quite some time, because I do want or do need to get the Ford truck. On the achievement. Why I would get a vehicle malfunction when the gear, where the truck shuts down, when the gear and the cabin is the issue, and not anything of the motor. Like, I would get it if I couldn't shift anymore, or if the shifting broke, kinda, or if the door would rattle because it's flying off the hinges. But, like, shutting down? Seriously, game? That doesn't make sense. I like the man ones, but you have to get the DGX GN. That one has the modernized cabin. I will see what I can get when I actually have a new garage and still leftover cash to actually buy myself a car. Thank you very much. Stop working. Yes, something like that. Not just the you can't drive anymore because your vehicle is too damaged. Yes, that would be it. It would be a good way to show hey, your cabin is busted or the windshield cracked or something like that, just to make life a little bit annoying. But you can still drive as if everything's fine. You can't see as much, but hey, that's on you, I guess. Am I still driving the right place? Yes. something like that. But if the cabin's going kaput, why would the engine not run anymore? Like, come on, game. This doesn't even make remotely sense. Escape. And now we switch to photo mode. And there. Something like this. Damn, does a Renault look shit from the front. At least this model. Like, tell me what you want, but this looks so bad. Or heck, you bent the steering axle and you now have to slightly hold the left at all times so it drifts. See? Now we're having the ideas. Speaking of wipers, I did not mean to turn them on. I meant to the signal. Oh. That moment when you try to accelerate but you're hitting full gas on the brake and why it doesn't accelerate. Alright, let's see. Barcelona. This would... Nah, that would be dumb. This way. Embark. Fine, I'll follow your idea of going in the roundabout and round and round. Also, why do I not have the lights turned on? Go. Nope. Yes. Go. Huh? Okay, during these two rides, I just earned over 150,000 Swiss francs. Because we were just under 50,000. But now we are at 230. With this delivery, we make just about 200 grand total because of my drivers. Just goes to show the more people you have driving for you, the easier the game gets, and you can just ignore the fact that you're getting and there goes 8 grand from load installments. That's the reason why I'm glad to have so many drivers. So the loans are actually paid without issues. That was way sketchier than it was supposed to be. Move. And there's another 5 gram. Has leveled up. Nice. Let's see. I can do the butterfly. Not like mad that much in terms of distance driven, but because it would be funny. Left or right? Left or right? Yes, we are driving the butterfly. Left or right? It's 2. We're about to hit ads. Of course we are. Good. Really quickly hit the snooze. Which means I have about 5 minutes before the ads start again, which should be just enough to park this ball and then go on a proper ad break. Good thing is, with over 200 grand, I should be able to afford another big garage very soon. Would then allow me to buy the next truck again. I think that would be the reasonable way of doing it. Let's see. Yeah, we're doing the easy way. Yep. Excellent. Let's see. Hold on, I'm getting a phone call. I'll run the ads and I will pick up. Love fishing behind the disk for a controller cable. I mean, sounds about right. I had to do the same for my wheel today. Let's see. Did we? No, we did not. I think. Wait, what? Where is it? No. There. No, we did not. There. And back. The audacity of my friend to call me to ask some stupid questions. How far is that? 500? It's a little bit too much. That's way too much. This one? Not sure if I have been to Madrid yet. Where would this one go? This one's definitely not worth it. This one's way too far as well. Especially for the price. So let's do this one. It seems... no. To Madrid. This one. Reasonable distance. So let's do it. But yeah, the friend who called asked if a specific PC he found online would be worth it to buy a server. And I told him, yeah, it would be quite doable if he gets it at a reasonable price. And now he has to wait and see because it's auction thingy. So it'll be interesting to hear if he did manage to get it at a good price. Yeah, the number one issue is RAM, but in the specific thing he explained, the RAM is already included, 16 gigs even, so I'd say he has a pretty solid machine if he can get it at a reasonable price. The CPU and GPU are that new, they're quite old at this point. It was an office PC, so Xeon CPU, Quadro GPU, and I told him if he gets it at around 100, 120 francs, that would be reasonable, plus then shipping of course, but other than that, not too bad. If I'm lucky, I will get RAM tomorrow. And if I do have the RAM in hand, all I'll need is a power supply to set up the PC and start installing stuff, and then all I have to figure out is how to get a capture card. 16 gig is not too bad. I was thinking of buying a Barebones Mini to stick a old CPU, but well, now RAM is more than the entire rest of the PC. Yeah, it's absurd, and I don't think it will get any better anytime soon. With AI companies demanding even more the entire time and are willing to loan the money or get the money lent back and forth, it's like a bubble waiting to burst. I have a feeling there will be a lot of money going down the drain when it actually does. At least for the love. But fine. Be like that. You have to. Car was fine. Excuse me, Mr. Trucker. I was driving next to you. Why did you think you have way of right? seriously, guys. But yeah, I think we already had a rant about how absurd the hardware prices are right now on Saturday. So basically insert that part. Almost missed the thing. Bare bones is $390, then 5 for $70. I mean, the bare bones would be reasonable, but yeah, RAM at 230, that's more than the entire rest of the PC. Let's see. Yeah, this will do nicely. And we are at 355. God, I love traveling on the boat. Oh, it definitely was make an amazing little machine. Oh, cloud storage or a oversized pie hole. All the shenanigans. Okay, could we please explore this part? You spin me right, right, baby, right, right. And here's great. Turn left, sharp left. Up the ramp. I know I have one old, really old ass CPU, an Intel 2600, I think, and some random ass proprietary Fujitsu main board with power supply and whatnot. I hope I managed to get breathe some life back into that machine, because that would make an amazing server for the things that I would like to set up. Each rack of NVIDIA server takes almost 40 terabytes. Yeah. And for what? For nothing. Only so the line goes up with NVIDIA until they invoke, and then it crashes so hard that I'll laugh. Mr. Popo, could you please get out of the way? Thank you. either that or it's poor. Who knows? Let's be honest, it's likely it's poor. It's always poor. We have reached a state of being completely and utterly perverted at all times. Although I think OpenAI is rather restricted when it comes to adult content. I'm not sure about it though. I haven't used ChatGPT in ages. I switched to Chrome. Why? I don't know. Probably because I'm always on Twitter anyway. It's someone asking ChatGPT what they should do for dinner, and then request uses to water. If 230 kilograms of water and produces enough CO2 that I could drive my car from here to home. Because it's for sure as hell being fed by coal power and not by something clean like nuclear power. Or, well, at least cleaner like nuclear power. But I'm the problem and should stop using paper straws. Drive my car to you and back and then some and something, back and forth driving, doing really stupid curves right now, so I can't really read it. Almost crashed. Well, I didn't, so we're good. Anyway, and it's less than someone asking ChatGPT for a Hello World program. Yeah. Ask ChatGPT for that. I've done that myself several times. It's like the first thing you code in a new language. Basically, print hello world. And then run it. And it falls like a whole world doing it. We just had to choose a file. Of all the possible, it had to be one of those. It might be good for me to add some soundproofing to this room in the future. Especially when it's like 10, almost 10:30, and I'm still talking around. Just in case the neighbors would hear me. On the other hand, it's not like I'm screaming, so. Well, yeah. Awesome for a job. for a joke, I'm not going to do that.
Why is the barrier open? And I still crash. Game, what the actual fuck?
And 2% on the cargo. See, that's why I say driving in Spain is Spain with the silent S. Because of those fucking stupid fucking code words, which are worse than the French ones. And with the French ones, you at least have choices to choose which gate you ride. Anyway, let's try and not get too hung up on it. Madrid. Well, it's not like my foot would be cold from constantly pressing the pedal, which is made from metal, therefore rather fond of my foot's temperature. Let's see. About 3 hours left. Just around 11 PM and I wait short at the end, which seems like a reasonable time. But yeah, after this drive I definitely have to get some rest. Otherwise I will be really grumpy tomorrow. And I'm telling you, grumpy banter, no good. one more truck then afterwards. Want the AI bubble to finally burst. About time those people get the reality check. You know what's the sad part? There's a very high likelihood that the loans they use to buy and shift around the hardware will be paid by taxpayers. I'm not sure which ones, like the US ones, but there will be an absurd amount of taxes and bailouts again, because it's textbook 2008. I don't care in which form it comes, as long as it does come. For all I care, it could be an economical bubble bursting because people finally stop believing that AI investments will actually pan out the way they say they will. And just like that, the trillion dollar company won't be worth a trillion anymore. God, that would be so amazing. Yes, at the same time, not all AIs are made this way, so it's a bit of a double-edged sword. You can't just stamp everything with copyright. At the same time, you can't just leave it as it is right now. That's for sure also the case, so it's really tricky. And it will stay tricky, and the issue is making laws around it is even harder, because they need to be reasonable enough so companies can still innovate, but also safe enough that creatives still get paid for their work. Kind of a difficult thing to actually narrow down a good solution. I have to say, I like Spanish highways in the fact that they just chose to cut through a hill and to hell with Mother Nature. Like in Switzerland, we would have made a tunnel. And the Spanish were like, nah, don't bother with it, just cut through it. Their product would work without the data that's true. And they don't ask anyone if they can use the data. So, well, see, that's why Microsoft is way smart. They put it in their terms of service that you agree that they can use your data to train their AI. No matter what. So their AI is clean of that problem because they say it's in terms of service where you agree to them using your data. The fact that you can't use the OS without agreeing to that, details, man, not important. Mr. Car, this was highly irregular. I have my own log, my own server that is in my basement. Nailed it. Income 24 grand. that should definitely be a thing. On the other hand, suing people is so expensive. Yeah. Isn't the EU right now trying to make a law about it? On the other hand, the EU is kind of dog shit as a whole, so not sure how much I trust them anymore. Yeah, the EU is a place I want to leave sooner rather than later. Yeah, that's the issue. The EU, as it was originally envisioned, as a place where people can, or where nations join together to form an economic area, is amazing. Where they join together to form an easy way to travel in between seems pretty good to me. Schengen is pretty amazing in that regard. But the moment they started to put in action laws other governments had to follow, it fell apart for me. Or falls apart for me, and even worse so when they decide that we must save every country and no one can go bankrupt. Because funny enough, there is provision in the general thing, the constitution or whatnot for the EU, that you are not allowed to financially support failing states. But they did it anyway. So I do hope you manage to leave the EU. Either by Germany leaving or by you leaving Germany. I heard Hungary is always for good people. Jokes. Dumb jokes. % on the cargo, so I will not have this a second. Driving. Sometimes the AI in this game is so retarded I am asking the program. And then I would ask why. Nah, that seems like a dumb place to park. We're a lot faster than I expected. Let's park here. Satisfactory. Ah well. Did I get number 4? Yes, we have 4 out of 5, so there's only one more truck left to get. Which means, first thing I'd like to do is to... How am I going to do this? Drive. Where is... There. Let's first drive to fix this truck. Then I'm going to park it. Or bring it back to the garage, or recruit another one to drive. And we will have the Volvo again under our seat. Then we are going to buy a garage, big one, and add at least one truck, likely, if possible, a man. So we can actually then finish this achievement later on. Either me doing it solo or on stream. I will have to see how much energy I have to play Satisfactory, or better yet, play Satisfactory while being on stream. It's more that combo that's a bit too draining after a long day of work, and combo of just playing Satisfactory. Much at the current speed of 86 because we have too much damage on our fucking truck. Cinema. Absolute cinema. I would like to shift up. Somehow it doesn't. Oh well. Then we go straight and on to the next one again. How the hell? That was strange. I mean, there would be a MAN truck dealer right next to me. At the moment, I actually hit the let's get the Volvo here button. I will teleport back to Zurich. Ironic, exactly on the place I needed to be where it stopped working. Recommended service 60 grand, almost 70 grand, and we have a 3-star truck now. If we replace this one as well, doesn't help much, but I'd say this will keep the driver happy. Should have upgraded the gearbox instead. Ugh. See, I'm about to hand the truck over to a regular driver instead of driving it myself, so why would I upgrade the gearbox? Truck manager. Where is it? This one. The Volvo FH4 at 758 horsepower. It's kind of funny how much beyond any other truck this one is. Private. Yes. Free yes the win. And we're back in Zurich. Now, let's see. No, I didn't want that. Actually, I wanted a recruitment agency, hire a driver. Sure. Get your ass. I mean, it doesn't really matter. I could get this one with higher already, although this one has some long distance in, I think. So this one would be better. Higher. Put your ass there on this truck. Company driver manager. How are they looking? You have ADR corrosive gained, so let's put you unbalanced. Because I'm tired of switching these things around. It's like you already have balanced anything anyway. I think, yes. This one should be fine. This one is on just in time. You don't need to be just in time anymore. Let's put you on high value instead. Or you know what? Let's put you on balance. Don't even bother with it anymore. Good, you're good. You shouldn't be on fragile, so that's good. It's good, that's good. This one's good. This one has high value full, so let's put you on fragile. This one's on high value. Let's switch you to fragile as well afterwards. What are you working on? High value? That's I think. Wait. Put you on fragile. You're on high value. That's good. That's why I hate this new interface. Way too much clicking and figuring things out. These ones are all good. Good. Now, in the garage manager, all 5 garages are large and full. So let's purchase a new garage. Some mistake should have been some mistake. Some mistakes have been made. Hello, how's it going? It's going all right. Nordic Horizon Garage. That would make sense because we have a bit in the south already. So Nordic Horizon it is. Go to the northern north, the northernest north. What do you think? I think you have one here. I mean, it really doesn't matter where it is. In the end, I think I will buy every garage ever. Or is there a limit of how many garages you can purchase? Large, please. Yay! Alright, in Finland are these because many companies in the town. I mean, I put them on long distance driving and then they learn it rather quickly. Is this a good man truck? What do you think? We can ignore the usage because I will be driving it for roughly 1000 Ks. So that has to be fixed anyway. Left hand. All left hand anyway. That one should be fine. Let's buy it. Put it there. And now we don't have enough money to buy more trucks. I mean, I could. Is 3 stars are okay. It looks like a truck. Probably a good choice. That's a fair point. Nah, I'll get some later. Now, work manager. We are going to get this truck and drive it. Yes. So much for seat adjustments. That's better. Alright, good. Yeah. What's the time? It's almost 11 p.m. Bender needs some sleep, otherwise he will be cranky tomorrow. Which means there. We will be switching to ending stream. As I said, I likely will be online again on Wednesday around the same time in the evening. Unless it changes, but we will see that later on. Let's see. Is there someone we could raid? The people who I'm following, probably. Let's Let's see. Thank you so much for the follow. Let's see. Who would be fun to raid? Playing something interesting. Ooh, playing Minecraft. Are we up for some Minecraft? Sure. Let's head over to Constant Conrad, lovely human being, fun streamer, and big Lego fan, which is always a big plus in my mind. Well, have a good night. Mistakes been made, and you as well. Let me finish this yacht delivery. Well, you can also join the raid for some extra channel points. Here's the raid message in case you want to join in. And yeah, I will be hopefully online again on Wednesday. If I don't manage to get online the rest of the week, I will definitely be online on Saturday. Very likely will be with Pyro again, because let's be honest, I love that guy way too much. Yeah, other than that, I hope you all have a lovely night, and I will catch you again soon. Bye.
You're awesome!